Yo, we back. Bracy Skills Clinics. Another video. Got on this Napa Valley College shirt. Man, I might offend some people just because I got, players that play on opposing teams that are in the same league as Napa Valley. But I hope you guys didn't forget I used to coach at Napa Valley. Shout out Coach Ball, Coach Carson, Ray. Got a lot of respect for those guys over there. So I'm repping the shirt today. Plus, it's a comfortable shirt. But anyways, man, this C19 thing is really starting to affect a lot of people, man. I had a couple games that I was planning on going to were canceled. Even D1 games I was planning on going to got canceled, man. So once again, hopefully everybody stays safe, but it's something that we just got to live with. I don't think there is no such thing as avoiding it, honestly. I mean, you can do the best you can, stay clean, but, it's not like a spider that you could just see and turn the other way and avoid it, man. It is what it is when it comes to that. But besides that, man, I definitely want to talk about something in regards to, how can I put this? AAU and egos, I guess you could say, or pats on the back. I think a lot of we're in the business as adults. Those that are adults, we're in the business where, praise. Some people really appreciate it. Some people look for it. Some people don't care about it at all, right? Just in terms of pats on the back. So, for example, with us, because I only can speak for myself, with Rampage, the funny thing is, I come across these debates about, top tier programs or who's the top program in NorCal, blah, 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 right? And, of course, the shoe deals are always going to be the top. And then they start going into, top tier independent programs. Some people would list us, some people may not. But it's funny that, for me at least, it's funny to hear our name somewhere in the conversation, because when we started, I wasn't even thinking about that. When we started, that was not the intention, was to have people say we're one of the top programs in Northern California or the West Coast or whatever, because when I started, you guys hear me say this 100 times, I started with my brother and his peers, but we really started from the bottom. I know people like to say that, but you be the judge. So at the time, in our area, a lot of programs for high school, they wasn't putting kids on the platform for them to be recruited. They were just, showing up, signing up for tournaments, playing games, and say, oh, yeah, we won. But when it came time to actually help the kids recruiting, there wasn't really any programs in the area that was doing that. A lot of the top kids that were really trying to play college ball, they had to go across that bridge to go play for Soldiers or Lake Show or at the time Oakland Rebels, Lake Show, all those teams, or even go back the other way towards Sacramento to play for Play Hard, Play Smart. You had with the Pharaohs, all those teams, right? This is early. This is 2015. So that was the thing back then for kids in our Solano County area, right? So when we started, I was like, man, I'm tired of seeing that, man. I know where to put the kids in so they can get seen. So let's start our own so that we can help our own, so that they ain't got to drive all over the place to go get seen. They can just stay here and we can put them in the same stuff. That's where my mind was, but I also understood that a lot of that it cost money to do that. These were expensive tournaments. They wasn't like the average tournaments. They cost more, right? So hear me out. Vallejo used to have Rayleigh's. They used to have a parking lot. If you know Vallejo, you know what I'm talking about. There was a Rayleigh's and there was a round table in the same parking lot on the other side, right? One of my former players, their moms worked at Rayleigh's. So she hooked us up with allowing us to set up a donation table in front of Rayleigh's and have a car wash in front of round table. So we was out there one Saturday getting it. My mom was out there, all the players, some of their parents was out there, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? got the donation table cracking, and they got the car wash on the other side. And we were strictly raising money to do some of these tournaments that I'm talking about that have the scouts, because you got to travel, right? When we started, that was the only thing that was on my mind. Come up with the funds so we can do these tournaments so we can get our kids seen. Come up with the funds so we can do this tournament so we can get the kids seen. And we knew we couldn't charge no $3,000, $4,000 like a lot of programs charge. So I'm saying this to say it's funny to hear these debates about the programs on who's the top. Because for us, like, it's funny that we're even in the conversation, because that wasn't even a thought. We was just trying to raise enough money to be there. You know what I'm saying? And it just grew every single year. So for me, like, I could never have an ego in terms of AAU and me wanting to be the best program out there. It could never be that, because every year a new season starts under the Rampage brand is like a blessing. I'm like, man, I'm here. I'm really here another year. Like, I'm going on 7 years. 2022 will be 7 years. So it's like, man, I'm here again. And if it goes to 2023, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Like, another year. I made it another year. Because I swear after 2016, I was about to get this thing up. I was so frustrated in 2016. True story. I've never told this story. 2016, bro, we were supposed to go to Bigfoot. We did go to Bigfoot, but we were on our way to Bigfoot. And I'm sitting there trying to do all the planning, bro. Do you know how frustrated I was trying to find a rental car, not having no other parents that wanted to go, and me not being 25 years old, so I couldn't rent a car? But I wanted to coach and take these kids to these tournaments and drive them around because I need a van and all that. While being a starving college student, I was still in college, bro, at Cal State East Bay. Like, this is a true story. So for me, it's really funny to see, like, how we just progress year in and year out, because we wasn't, as far as I'm concerned, we wasn't supposed to be here, bro, at all. Like, I was so young I was so young doing this, bro. Like, hear me out. I would, like, that same day when we was doing the fundraising, right? I know I'm going all over the place, but just stay with me. That day when we was doing the fundraising at Raley's, I remember that day like it was yesterday, because I had a 10-page essay that I needed to finish by that night. Mind you, I'm like 22, 23, so I'm still young. We do what young people do. I was trying to finish this essay earlier than the deadline because me and the homies was trying to go to City Nights that night. And I knew I had to get my stuff done. So I did the car wash, rushed home, finished the paper by like 8:30, and took my butt to City Nights. That's how young I was doing this. So to hear our name just in the conversation is a blessing to me, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to say it again, we wasn't supposed to be here, fam. So salute to NorCal AAU basketball. We're going to keep pushing, keep doing our thing, man. Rampage, we're here again. Shout out to Will on his second offer to Cal State University Stanislaus, man. Keep going, Will. Everybody else, keep grinding, keep working. All I want to see y'all do is move on, develop on and off the court, get a scholarship, and develop into young men. That is it. That is all. I got 2 master's degrees. I've done my part. I've played college basketball. I've been there. There's nothing I can get out of this no more. I've done what I had to do. I had a great time. I met lifelong friends playing college ball. All I want to see y'all do is develop on and off the court, move on, play in college, and develop into good young men, and do the same and pass it on to the next generation after y'all. That's all I want to see. Rampage business, Rampage family, Bracy Skills Connects, we out.